that left us with, what do we do? So I really started to do better. I wasn't really trying to go back to doing bad.
Right.
So I just kept going, assuming that, that's not gonna be a problem that I'm gonna have. We all lie to ourselves constantly about all kinds of shit. So that's what I did to myself.
Yeah.
And I got deep into the game. And then sometimes we used to go to try to find the guys that were rumored to have did it. And we never were successful with that,
Right. So y'all was on the east side. When did y'all move to the west side?
Well, because we originated from the west side. And the blocks were too populated and different problems led us to the east side. And when we got to the east side, we just set up shop on the east side, stronger. Because before that, we were having constant shootouts with Purple Top. Just yesterday, somebody from the neighborhood that I saw reminded me about a 7-minute shootout that we had on Columbus Avenue. Now, 7-minute shootout.
You know how long
shootout.
Yes, man. 7 minutes.
Yeah, and in that time, when
studying that, and how did you go about picking the blocks and figuring that out? Like at that time.
When we came to the west side, we put a flag down on 107th Street, and 106th Street was what divided us from 105th Street, which was Purple Top. So we just put the flag down and said we wouldn't let anybody work nowhere on Manhattan Avenue or Columbus Avenue, Amsterdam Avenue, from 107th Street to 110th Street.
Okay.
And then that just was a rule that was everybody respected it, man, because we were very violent, unfortunately.
So the actor, you don't have childhood friends, Merle Santana?
Merlin, yeah.
Merle Santana. Merle Santana, for the people who don't know, you can tell his story, like what TV show he played on.
Oh yeah,
they grew up together.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of commercials. He was doing the Bill Cosby show at that time. He was Stanley. He did the Moesha show. He did Under One Roof. He did a movie with Robert De Niro.
He did a lot of stuff.
He was shopping my script, and he was killed for nothing.
Yeah.
And it's tragic because he was on his way. He had just broke out of the little young man role on TV, and now he was about to do bigger things. He was putting down a lot of music.
He was on his way when he died.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna step back a little with your relationship. He is from your block, right?
Yeah.
So he came up a little under you.
Probably a lot under me. I feel it was Moses, yo.
So he wasn't into the. He was someone.
No, he was a kid. He was a good kid, and he knew what he wanted to do. However, he was fascinated with what we were doing and what he would see us doing, the motorcycles, the cars, the women, the jewelry, everything that was going on, the nightlife, Man, he wanted to be a part of it, but he was already at the age where he was living in Studio City in California, and he would just come through on the red eye to hang out, to smoke blunts, to park his.
How you felt about when the time came when, the police came and rounded you out?
Well, I wasn't a part of that. I was already in. I got arrested for an attempted murder a month before that happened.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't give me no bail, which was surprising because in the 90s, you could walk around the same neighborhood and have 4 murders and still be playing dominoes on the block. And if you got caught, you could still get 4 or 5 years for all 4 murders. That was happening back then. That's how cheap life was, especially in the neighborhood that I'm from.
Yeah.
Because you was either selling drugs or you was smoking crack or you was doing something or you was prostituting. So they actually valued it less. But I don't know, man. It was a dark time, bro. Those times were like the Thriller video, but every single night. Crazy time. A whole lot was going on every night.
Yeah. And you just say to yourself, well, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Like, how did you feel about that whole experience there?
I could tell you mad at me.
Yes. How was that?
Well, I didn't actually get hit. I played dead 3 times that people had hits on me, but I didn't actually get hit. Man, how I felt was, I can tell you how I feel about it now. At the time, I felt like, all right, gotta get somebody back. Now I go, wow, because how many times could you, I was blessed all of those times.
Right.
So it's scary now when I think about it. It wasn't scary then. I get up, take a shower and go to a club. man.
Latin quarters.
You know, all that. Hot Drives, Roxy.
Latin quarters was
all
rocking
that.
back then, though, right?
Oh, of course.
Was on 97th Street.
You know.
Yeah.
I could tell.
They right there on Broadway,
That's
man.
the shit.
Yeah,
We got into trouble there too a bunch of times. We had a fight in there with the Wild Cowboys.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, the Wild Cowboys.
yeah.
We just
He's in prison, the same dude.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So by him telling me that, I said, "Damn, this is deep." He taught me a lesson, and I used that throughout my whole entire sentence to just try to own your own square. So he was doing bad. I helped him out one way. I'm getting things from him also, like examples. I see his patience. I see that his tolerance, and I gotta learn from everything around me. You know, I'm upstate. And you know, he didn't get no visits. I got him down on visits. I got sent him packages just to make the dude feel better. You know. The time came when he said, "Yo, man," he told me what he did. He said, "Don't tell nobody about this. I don't know what I want to do yet." And then he went on a transfer. And while he was on the transfer, he saw one of them. Everybody knows who that is, and he started feeling
This
bad
is
again.
into it, right?
And then he contacted the captain and then the inspector general at that facility. What I did is this: that when nothing happened, when they didn't do nothing with it, and he just got transferred back to Clinton.
After he told already at this time? Or
The
not?
public didn't know and the press didn't know. So what I did is that when he returned and he told me and he said, "Yo, nothing is happening and I really want to get this done," I called my lawyer, Liz Stewart. She's a radical attorney, rest in peace.
Mhm.
And together we went through several conversations where he could get this out. And one way was by contacting Barry Sheck. And she did that. She faxed Barry Sheck. And 2 days later, he got a letter that we sent them. And they started a process. And that process was the reinvestigation of the Central Park fraud.
But it reopened the case back up.
Yeah. And then, you know, his DNA matched and it's the only one. And then other things started to fall apart. And as we all know, the case was dismissed and they received the judgment. And here we are with the series. We came that far in that history, one of the ugliest things that occurred. And here we are that the president never apologized to them. And that's where we are with that right now, you know?
They were awarded $41 million. And me personally, man, being in Cali, we was talking, like, the first thing I'm doing is setting it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just saying, like, that's one thing. Me being in prison myself, you know, it always like a give back. That just what is what I was saying. And I heard you, like, on the interview, you said, you know, these guys wasn't from the streets, but I just think still, like, common sense.
Well,
Like,
common
you know,
sense ain't
they-
common, really. That's
it's
what
common
common
sense
sense.
ain't common, yeah. And then, that, like you said, some of them, yeah, they came home. But I don't think they would never had no lawsuit.
Oh, of course
They
not.
wouldn't have
that
no
only
lawsuit.
came
Came
after it was
because
proven that they
exactly.
were always innocent, you know, and they deserve it. But they don't owe me no money. I was looking for some kind of acknowledgement, like, yo, everybody, you know. The only thing that keeps a person from doing more good is when they feel good about the good they're doing. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
I'm glad you said that.
So the recipient of any generosity, I always like to say, is all he has to do is she to say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you go a long
You know
way.
what
It
I'm
definitely
And
does.
recognition, because Ava
Does.
DuVernay doing a series on
Those people usually are family members, and they might not be wearing Gucci and Prada, and they might not be, you know, popping bottles, but they made it through a lifetime, and they're still next to you. So those are the people that got you. You know, a lot of us, including me, step away from the people that got you from the beginning. Your mother, you know. My mother never gave up on us. We done lived in shelters and streets and people's apartments, basements, Puerto Rico, everywhere you could think about. And slept in the bathtub, on somebody's floor, got stepped on, all this shit. But we always slept clean and we always ate before we went to sleep. And she always woke us up for school. I've seen growing up where moms just gave up and let their kids do whatever the fuck they want. All of us in this room, I'm sure, seen that, you know?
Yeah.
So she never gave up. She always took us to school. She took us to school scared in Brooklyn, in the wrong neighborhood. She walked back by herself. She came back to pick us up. She tried to jump into the fight when they trying to bully my brother. You know, my mother's been a mother solid 100%. She just, she just has fucking, you get a chick pregnant, and then that's a lifetime for her. And that's what my mother went through, you know? So I just feel you gotta listen to the people that got you, so that you don't have them people coming to see you up north, and then you telling them and crying to them about how right they were. I paid for my commissary the entire time I'm in prison. I paid for my own lawyers. I paid for my own bills. I paid bills for other people. But at the end of the day, I didn't pay my mom enough mind to listen to her and stay with her. So I really didn't help my mother. I heard her because I brought her to the penitentiary. I know she wears the shame of all the shit I'm accused of. she closes her eyes during the fucking Rambo movie thinking Stallone really fucking somebody up. So I know she must feel a way about her son, and I feel a way about it. Sometimes I look my mother in the eye, I know, you know, I'm in my mind, I know, I'm lady, I was the same kind of guy that had your daughter hooked on crack, you know, and I know what that escalated. I've seen chicks that
Comes
were
with
bad,
absolutely.
and